So, hello and welcome to the first episode of T.L.D.S, the Lazy Depressed Stoner. Why T.L.D.S? What I'm thinking is, I'm a stoner. I have been for years. I live in Canada now, partly because cannabis is legal. A lot of people say that it's a bad thing. I think it's a wonderful thing, and we'll get into that a bit further. So yes, I am a stoner. I'm very proud of being one. I'm depressed. I've suffered with depression my entire life, as long as I can remember. I've suffered with various forms of depression. I've dealt with it in various different ways over the course of my life. When I was younger, I dealt with it in some stupid ways. As I've grown up, I've learned to deal with it in all sorts of different ways. And at the minute, I'm going through a bit of a time in my life where I'm struggling. So what I'm doing here is I'm trying to find a platform to vent some of my feelings, to share with some people problems that I'm having and ways that I'm dealing with it. Because one thing I have found throughout my life is understanding other people are going through similar things is important, and it helps you tackle your issues. So this can be helpful in two ways, really. It could be helpful towards me to vent some of them feelings, and helpful for other people possibly to see someone else going through these situations and how they're tackling it. And then I'm lazy. Yes, well, there's no denying it. I am a lazy human being, just naturally. I fight it really, really hard, but my natural instinct is to pretty much do nothing, and I'm a stoner, and those two things go hand in hand amazingly well. I can amuse myself in an empty room for hours, just sat there thinking about stuff. Now, I come up with a lot of great ideas, and I want to do all of them. And then what I do is sit and think about all of them. And in the end, I don't do very many of them at all. No, I mean 10% maybe of the things that I think about, and even then, none of the good stuff really. I really do need to put more effort into doing some of the cooler shit that I think about. So yeah, well that's it. I'm the lazy depressed stoner. So that's why I'm here. And also, I'm looking down at my notes to see what's going on. So basically, I've completed all my notes. So what I'm going to do is have a skin up. Now, I'm well aware that there's going to be lots of people on the internet that tell me that I am doing it wrong. Well, I don't really care. So I do. I care a lot about what people think. And since I've been to Canada, I really have genuinely experimented with all sorts of different ways of smoking weed. And I like them all. They're all fantastic. But I am British originally. And for like the first maybe 15 years of me smoking weed, I roll a spliff, which is about 50-50. Weed and tobacco, and I use good old-fashioned amber leaf from the UK, which I'm currently having to have shipped over thanks to mum and dad. But it's obviously a habit that is ridiculous. I can't get tobacco shipped over from the UK to Canada every time I want a new pouch. So I'm gonna have to change that up a little bit. I have noticed since I've been over here, there's American Spirit, which is hand rolling tobacco I can find, and that wasn't too bad. I did try using the American Spirit cigarettes. That was nasty, if I'm honest. I've never really been a big fan of smoking cigarettes or that sort of tobacco. It's really dry and unnatural. I'm trying to think, I can't remember what I'm actually smoking. Oh yes, I can. I'm currently smoking some White Widow, which is absolutely lovely. It's one of my favourite strains. The first time I discovered it was when a friend, I shouldn't really say this, but he smuggled some back from Amsterdam back to the UK, just a 20 bag in his jeans pocket. And I remember the day he got back, we all went round to our buddy's house, and we smoked it all between us, and it was fucking amazing. I loved it. It was absolutely fantastic. So it was the best weed I'd smoked at that point in my life. I think that memory just stays with you, stuff like that. It's one of those happy memories in life, isn't it? There's a bit more to that story, but I'm not actually going to say it on air because could get people into trouble, including me. But yeah, so I saw some of this the other day for sale at my local dispensary, and decided to purchase an ounce of it. So I've got a nice ounce of White Widow sat there on the side. It'll probably take me the best part of a week or a fortnight to consume. So one of the reasons I wanted to do this is because I've been writing quite a lot recently to try to vent some of the feelings I've had. As I say, it's been a really stressful year this year. I don't need to tell anyone else that 2020 is the shittest year on record for any of our generation so far, and for me it's been particularly bad. And what I found is I don't really put myself out there into the world. I'm in a new town, in a new country where I don't know anybody in the town, and I only know maybe 5 people in the country, and I've been chatting to my friends and my family back home quite a lot, and obviously I'm going through a separation at the minute from my wife, and they're all really worried about me. And in all fairness, I've been really struggling with life and the point of it all, and what I'm going to do and what's next, and how much harm killing myself would cause other people. And chatting to the people that you love about that sort of thing it's important. They need to know how you feel, and you need to share that with them. But it's overbearing for people. I've got to be so careful that I don't push them away or make them so worried that it causes them problems in their life. So they're already worried, and then me talking like that to them is just ridiculously worrying. They're 6,000 miles away from me, and there's nothing they can do, absolutely nothing they can do. And I am genuinely, really, really, really trying my best to get my shit together and make something of my life and get over this stupid depression that's going on at the minute, and get through it. So I've been doing the writing thing, which is great at expressing my feelings, but I'm dyslexic as fuck, and it's not really sharing it to anybody else. And when I write it, it's only when I get into the sort of frame of mind where I'm in a dark place and as I write dark things about the past and my feelings, and it's like a self-perpetuating sense of darkness, and it just makes me worse. The thing is, I quite enjoy it. So when I'm in that frame of mind, I don't want to feel better. I guess I want to self-perpetuate that pain that I'm going through, and I want to keep it flowing through the writing that I'm doing. And one of my friends suggested that maybe flipping the book over that I've been writing in and starting afresh with only positivity, so only when I'm in a great mood, write it down. But again, I'm not really sharing that with anybody. I'm just writing it, so I think it doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. So this is why I've decided to do a video, kind of maybe diary or something, of just getting it out there, telling people how I'm feeling, telling people what I've been up to, telling people whether it's a good day, a bad day, how I'm feeling. And nobody has to watch it. If they do, then great. And I really hope that somebody will watch this and think, fucking hell, my life's really shit at the minute, everything's really bad, but other people are getting through it, even though they think the same. And because for me, it makes me sad that that I feel this way, but it makes me more sad thinking of what I would do to other people if I were to end my life. So I really want to do better than that. And you look on the internet and you look at people, and there are other people who are exactly the same as you. And then for every person that's the same as you, there's an article or a comment or some more comments telling you how great it is and how you can get through it. And you just, oh man, when you're reading that shit, you don't want to get through it. You want to find a way to end it. You want it to not be there. You want it to have gone. So nobody ever says that. Nobody ever says, oh, you can get through it. Nobody ever says, plenty of people say that fucking you can get through it, but nobody ever says, I'm in the middle of this shit. I want to end it. And at the same time, I want to fucking do something so much better and so much bigger than that. I want to make something of myself. I am right in the middle of it all. Well, that's where I'm kind of at the minute. And I figure if I can share this with somebody else, and if anybody else can feel that maybe they can also do the same thing, well, that's brilliant. And maybe if it just helps me get through this difficult patch, well, that's also brilliant for me. And if it takes some of the pressure off some of the rest of my family and my friends, well, we're on to a winner, aren't we? So anyway, I digressed. I remember saying something about I was smoking weed, I was going to roll a British joint. What I'm actually going to do is, for every different video, I'm going to smoke all the way through, all of them probably. But what I will do is I'll mix it up a little bit. So I'm going to have a bong every now and then. I'm going to roll a pure weed joint. I'm going to do, I'll occasionally tell you what I'm smoking and where I got it from and what I think of it. And I'm going to use the bong occasionally. I'm going to get the Volcano. I have got a really cool Volcano hybrid, and I do like that. So we'll have a play with that at some point. And I've kind of got, I really want an electric nail from a dab rig, but what I've got is an adapter for my bong. I put a banger in it and heat it up on my blowtorch and do the odd dab on that. But to be honest, a couple of weeks ago I had a really bad cold. It wasn't COVID. I had to go and get tested for it, and then me in the fucking house isolated for the 4th time this year. I had to quarantine, which I'll be honest didn't do my mental health much good. But we got through it again. But since then, I haven't been able to do anything. My chest was really bad, and I've been coughing, and I smoke a bong and I cough my guts up. Now, I've never been great at smoking a bong. I always cough a little bit, but it's been ridiculous. So I've kind of avoided doing dabs for a while. I do miss it a little bit, but I just feel my lungs need a bit of a break. I do abuse them a lot as it is. So yeah, well, really, yeah. So every show we're gonna do a bit of smoking weed as well, and I'm gonna show you some of the shit that I've been up to. I have every intention of doing it. As I say, I think about doing loads of things. For instance, yesterday I decided. Well, I say yesterday. It was about 1 o'clock this morning. I was sat down here, and I decided that I was going to. So there's a wall where my TV is hanging. It's directly opposite where I'm looking now. You can't see it. I'll try and include a picture of what I mean. And basically, I want to extend the wall out a little bit and block off a little room. And I need to do some wall boarding. And I want to put some the barnwood style wood effect on the wall, and then hang my TV off it and get rid of the unit that my TV is currently stood on, that you're currently balanced on. So I'll have to work something else out for that. And then, yeah, so I had every intention of getting up this morning, going to Home Depot, buying all the things I needed, coming back, using my new drill that my friend bought me very, very kindly. I was so grateful for that. And then doing that. But what I actually did was sleep until 1 o'clock, and then get up, have a joint, and then I went for quite a long walk, because I say I'm lazy, but I do things, I do quite a bit. But yeah, I went for a walk. I did 13,000 steps, whatever that is in kilometres, miles, whatever you want to choose. I don't know. Fucking probably about 5k, something like that. I don't know. And I ended up with a Tim Hortons at the end of it. Nice French vanilla, extra large, which was lovely for the walk, just for the final stretch of the walk home. And I might have got myself a peanut butter cookie as well. But that's not good for the diet, so we pretend that that's not happening. I'm also so recently I've been operating on the keto diet with the occasional cheat. I've lost quite a lot of weight in the last 3 months, and I think it's a mixture of a little bit of stress, a lot of push-ups, and not a lot of food. And then when I do eat, I've been trying to stick to the keto diet. I'm not sure if it's the healthiest way of living. I'm not very, well, I'm lazy. I'm not very organised. I don't bother doing a food shop every week. I haven't got a huge amount of money. I eat when I feel like it. I'm now single on my own. I've just got 2 cats to worry about, who I'm sure will introduce themselves to you at some point. So yeah, when I'm hungry, I go and buy some food and cook it. I think, to be honest, at least that way I'm buying fresh every time and eating. And to be honest, I treat myself quite well. So I'll buy myself some decent steaks and stuff. So I don't know. At least what I'm putting in is reasonably healthy and some good quality cannabis. I I do smoke quite a lot of that. Yeah. So yeah, that's me really. T.L.D.S. I suppose at this point I should really say that thanks for watching. I hope that possibly someone might get something out of this. If not, well, I appreciate the fact that I've had the opportunity to get some shit off my chest. I'm gonna do more of these videos, hopefully. We'll see what reactions there are to this. I suppose that for the first time ever, I'm going to say please like and subscribe if you did find it interesting in any way, shape or form. And I mean, feel free to comment and subscribe and whatever. I mean, if you comment, I'll read it, and if it's nice, and you've got something important to say, well, I'll try and incorporate it or whatever. If it's nasty, well, I'll probably name and shame you and fuck you right off. I don't really care. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and check back and we'll see what's happening next time. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye bye.